EWTN confirms President Trump will sign a bill to keep the government running after threatening a shutdown over border wall funding. He agreed to a 2-week funding extension to allow for ceremonies this week honoring George H.W. Bush. White House correspondent Mark Irons reports. Good evening, Mark.
Good evening, Wyatt. Funding for border security will remain at current levels in this continuing resolution the president will sign. Going forward, the president wants at least $5 billion for his proposed wall.
Shutdown avoided, but in 2 weeks the threat comes back as lawmakers fight over how much funding for the border wall should be included in the spending bill. We've heard the president share his view.
We don't get border security, possible shutdown.
Today, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer is calling President Trump's border wall proposal a non-starter for many reasons. As a compromise, he says Democrats are willing to spend $1.6 billion for border fencing. And the battle over border funding will continue as recent data released by the Department of Homeland Security shows family separations at the border have gone down. Since June, the Trump administration has separated 81 migrant children from their families at the U.S.-Mexico border. Before that, more than 2,400 children were separated after the Trump administration's zero-tolerance policy prosecuted every illegal border crossing. After public outcry, including from U.S. Catholic bishops, the president signed an executive order in the summer ending the policy. But the Department of Homeland Security says children are separated when adults, who are actually criminals or smugglers, use them to exploit immigration laws in hopes of gaining entry into the U.S. And separations happened under previous administrations as well. A department spokesperson says the welfare of children in our custody is paramount.
The Trump administration says it's releasing data to be transparent and says the Obama administration did not even count the number of families separated at the border. Wyatt?
Mark, is comprehensive immigration reform going to be possible with a divided Congress?
Well, we know funding for the border wall is one of the president's major priorities. Today, House Democratic leader Nancy Pelosi rejected even the idea of paying for a border wall in exchange for helping young, undocumented immigrants known as Dreamers. Compromise could be tough with this new Congress, Wyatt.
All right, we'll have more analysis on the border wall from a Catholic perspective a little bit later in the newscast. White House correspondent Mark Irons reporting. Thanks, Mark.